Well, she's a little like the tide, always changing her mind.
How do I make money? How do I afford this lifestyle? Did I quit my job? Does someone sponsor me?
Well, she's a little like the sun, making love to my eyes.
You're gonna find out right now here on Wild by the Mile.
But no place I've been, no place I've seen compares to her smile.
Hey you, before we dive into finances, I just wanna say a really big thank you. Thank you so much for coming back and for commenting on how happy you are to continue the channel all together and to see what I'm doing next. And in turn, I feel like it's kind of seeing you're living vicariously, like seeing what you're doing next, feeding off of each other. So I just really want to stress that I'm so very grateful that even after 9 months of a hiatus, a random hiatus, you are cheerful and rooting me on. One thing you did ask based off my last video was, well, where have you been for the 9 months that you were absent? Honestly, nothing crazy, just at my home base, which is in La Jolla, California. I've been surfing, I've been working some on video projects with clients off and on, and I've been working on a new product that I'm going to launch this coming summer. It's getting patented right now, so I can't really say too much, but it is for travel, it compacts down, and it's for your session in the sun, sand, and water. I forgot the last part. I like totally blanked out. I was like, wait, what's in the background? Where am I? Really quick, you have got to see this. I instantly blew the tire on my rental car Monday night. So look at this left turn. I took it really too wide, and you can see that the asphalt, it drops off and there is a very sharp edge. Well, it was pitch dark, 9 o'clock at night. I didn't have anyone to call. I'd only been here 1 week. It was my 1 week anniversary. So I turned on the hazards and I drove 20 miles per hour home, which was less than 2 miles away, fortunately. Thankfully, the rim is not bent. In the morning, my neighbor Nikki, she brought over tools and she actually taught me how to change a tire. While taking off the tire, my other neighbor, he walked out and said, hey, you put the tire in the back of the truck and let's go. To get a new tire. So here's the scoop that I learned on a hybrid car, which is what I rented. You must buy energy-saving tires. To match the rental car tire, it was gonna cost me $232 for a brand new tire. So I did find this shop which sells used tires. I paid $85 cash, plus of course, I bought Eli a bottle of tequila for taking me. And well, the car didn't come with a spare tire. I do want you to know that. And I didn't elect for any car coverage with the rental company because I'm actually covered under my credit card. Although, I'm not even gonna file this as a claim on my credit card because I just spent the $85 cash. Now to the subject that you came here for, money. Spoiler alert, I'm just not even gonna bury the lead for you. I'm not a trust fund kid. My parents do not fund me. They don't give me any money. And I am not sponsored by a person nor a company. So I'm just want to lay out those facts right now, right here. I think you're actually going to probably find it interesting, the story that I'm going to tell you, that I'm going to reveal to you. It's pretty vulnerable, actually. I would say it's like really vulnerable for me to just tell you the history of money of my life and why I feel the way about money, and I have pretty much a detachment to it. I am an independent entrepreneur, and money started flowing for me when I stepped away from the corporate ladder. My mom, a single mother, gave me this complete detachment lifestyle growing up towards money, and that's how I feel the way I do about it. And this is the story behind that. Growing up, there was nothing steady, nothing consistent, except my dad's child support money that he paid my mom. So I vividly remember the pink slip, the pink piece of paper taped to the front of the apartment door that the electricity would get cut off if we didn't pay it. This was our final notice. And we got that pink slip quite often. One time, my mom gave me a present of having cable TV because we didn't have cable channels. So I could binge watch Laguna Beach. So she paid for cable for a month, and that's all we had it. I remember when I was 13 years old, I took my mom's car to the grocery store to buy groceries with a check that I found in the kitchen drawer so that we could have some food. Yet I want to stress, this isn't a pity party. I never went without. Our lifestyle and the choices that my mom made were probably different than maybe a norm. Sure, we didn't go shopping at the mall on the weekends for clothes, and if you step into my closet these days, you'll understand that now, because I have like, Hillary always makes fun of me about us friends. She's like, you have no clothes. I maybe have like 20 articles of clothing and then a bunch of ski jackets. So here is what my mom did. My mom set me up with being a motion baby, is what she calls it. And always keeping me busy, always keeping me active, so that I would stay out of trouble. She enrolled me in every single extracurricular activity, hobby, sport, etc. I was in dance, gymnastics, piano, softball, cheerleading, competitive cheerleading, every summer camp, track, cross country, golf. Those are just some of the things I can think of off the top of my head. I think that was pretty badass of my mom, because it laid the foundation of who I am now, like to a T. So I still don't pay for cable. I don't own any excess items. I don't go to the mall a lot. I don't go out to eat to expensive dinners. Nothing frivolous. But I still spend money. The things just like her that I invest my money in are diversifying my experiences and keeping myself in motion, signing up for new hobbies, signing up for new sports and activities. Now there is a yin and a yang. My dad, he is very, very hardworking, and he's really all about jobs and climbing the corporate ladder and buying nice things, like what you can earn from that money. And that's what he focuses his life on, is working, working, working. So I do carry those characteristics of my father. When I do want something, again, I don't buy many possessions, but when I do want something, I want it to be a nice item that's really well made. After graduating from college, I made a pact with myself that I would never ever have debt. I would never have credit card debt nor go into bankruptcy, because I never wanted to repeat the pattern that I saw growing up. After graduating, I paid off my college student loans, and the only debt I've ever had is a car payment. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Liz Bryant. My first job, I made $18,000. I was a weekend weather girl, reporter, producer, moved up the ladder to weekend anchor, all in Joplin, Missouri. I lived off of like one meal a day, and that was rice noodles, spinach, and peanut sauce. My second job, I earned $32,000 as a reporter in my hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma for the NBC affiliate. Now, I did earn more money on that contract as I went along on the years, but I never made more than $50,000 through my mid-20s. I worked every single holiday, natural disaster, tornado, fire, wildfires, the breaking news, the late nights. I grinded. Then one day in 2015, I broke my contract and I headed out to California to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. Well, 4 months later and more than 2,000 miles hiked, I decided I didn't want to go back to Oklahoma. I wanted to set up a new life in San Diego, California, a place I had always dreamt of going. So I worked as a reporter for NBC San Diego for 8 months, and then one night I had a complete meltdown, panic attack. I've never had anything like that. That's the only way I know how to categorize it. I couldn't stop crying. I was just like, could barely breathe, just a complete panic attack. And I realized that because of the PCT, I now knew that there was more life out there. And I now knew that there was a different life for me. And once you know, you can never go back. So this career I loved, and I loved every single place I worked and all the people. It was never anything about, it was just, I was different. It was me. This career I loved, I needed to leave because it was like, essentially it was kind of too negative. It was horrible to me, like going up and asking a mother how she feels that her son was just murdered. So I did all, the things. I journaled, manifested, blah, blah, blah. A few weeks later, I earned a gig with a local hospital to do one video, to produce, edit, film, direct one marketing video for them. I finished the video, they loved it, and I got a call, would you like a contract with us for 60 videos in 1 year. It's like, what? Blown away, completely blown away. The most money I have ever made up to that point in my life. The thing is, I took a chance. Like, I left the corporate gig, what I knew I had job security in, and corporate benefits and all the things that make you feel comfortable, and I went out on my own. I remember like telling my dad I wanted to start my own video production company, and he was like, but you're almost to network news and that's been your goal. And he was right. But I now knew that there was more life to be lived out there. So I couldn't just shut that off. With this newfound flexibility of owning a video production company, I used the money from the contract to buy a brand new Mercedes Sprinter van and outfit it. I spent a year and a half living and traveling full-time in the van by myself, and I kind of just got lucky because I was at the very beginning of what now is an exponentially growing trend. I was like one of the kind of first solo female gals to pop on scene. This is key. This is where I started diversifying my revenue streams. And that is something you should know. So because I got really lucky, because van life the trends started catching on, and I had created this YouTube page and was producing content, my viewership and all the numbers shot through the roof. Well, companies started approaching me about 30 and 60-second paid sponsored ads. And so I was able, based off only what I felt like was super organic and what I was already using, I partnered with them. But I didn't just take money to take money. I want to make that very clear. I was also offered book deals. I almost had a television show with some other solo female van girls. And well, I just want to tell you, it was all a bit crazy. I would get just like emails in my inbox every day. This sponsorship, this paid thing. Do you want this book deal? Do you want this podcast? It was like, what? And I didn't need the fame. I had already had notoriety and publicity from being in the news for almost 7 years. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, this is my 15 seconds to go. Here we go. And after a year and a half of van life consuming my life, I just had to quit one day. Like, I felt backed into a corner. I felt like I couldn't even breathe. I felt like I was pinned into this position of being like the solo female van girl that I just really didn't want to do anymore. I didn't want to like play the character, essentially. If you ask an economic expert, or if you base my decision off of a financial advice, people would tell you I was really dumb. I started adventuring part-time, and I settled into an apartment. I still had the van, and I kept hearing stories, receiving messages, reading comments of how me being a solo female traveler, van lifer, was really impacting other women. They too wanted to get in a van, but they really didn't know how to. I would get so many questions about, well, how do I even start this if I don't want to buy a van, put all that money up front and risk it, if I just want to try it out. So I saw a need there to continue educating women, and I decided this was going to be my next journey, that this was going to be my next like impactful passion project to empower women. So I created the Wild by the Mile Van Life Workshop. During a weekend adventure, I would take a group of women, anywhere from like 4 to 8 women. I would get each woman her own rental van, and I would teach her everything she needed to know, like a crash course of van life. Then July 2019, I just realized, I needed to sell my van. I wasn't adventuring in it as much. It was a good time to sell because it was at the top of the market, and I needed to end this chapter of my life. My best friend Hillary, she really wanted me to hammer this home to you. She's always thinks this is like so idiotic and crazy of me, but she'll be like, oh, well, maybe that is a good decision. How much did you make on that? And I'll look at her and I'm like, I have no clue how much I made. I'll just look with a blank stare like, I don't know, let me call my CPA and ask her to pull up the spreadsheet. I just have absolutely no attachment to money. I do fully believe I need it to eat and live and the foundations. But I don't do things for money. I do things based off of how they make me feel and what they mean to me and what they also mean to other people. I'm not sure if I was very clear, so I do want to clarify. I saved the money that I made from some of those YouTube sponsorships, from selling the van at the top of the market, and from creating and hosting the Wild by the Mile van life workshops to now travel. And I have invested, and I still continue to invest some of that money into my new business opportunity. Here are some of the basics of my finances. I live with a roommate in a 2-bedroom apartment in La Jolla. That's actually my home base. Like, obviously right now I'm not living there for a few months, but I do have a roommate, and so I keep that expense low. I currently don't have a car payment. I don't own a car at this moment. Sometimes I have to pay random invoices, like lawyer invoices for business or accountant's invoices. But other than that, I really don't have any expenses. I do pay out of pocket for any healthcare expenses that arise. I am a gal who lives off of peanut butter, avocado toast, chips and salsa, smoothies, sandwiches, and burritos, and that's pretty much it. I'm pretty simple. I'm not a drinker, so I don't go out for happy hour, nor do I go to the bars. I do own lots and lots of sports equipment and sports gear. If you go into our hall closet, if you go into our garage, if you go into my closet, you'll find sports gear in tubs throughout the house. And again, there's just stuff that I don't buy. I don't go shopping at the mall for clothes very often. My mom will she'll be so happy when I buy new clothes, when I buy new outfits. She'll be like, oh, you deserved that. And the older I've gotten, the more money I have spent, because let's just go back to 2015. Yeah, I slept in a tent for 4 months and slept at hostels. Who cares? I slept on a person's garage concrete slab. I didn't care. But the older I've gotten, now that I'm 33, I'm like, the one thing that I will spend more money on is an apartment to myself instead of let's say a hostel. I'm not against them and I will stay in them, but there's just things that I have that have moved up the ladder for priority. Much of my lifestyle choices are free because they are outdoors. And the money I do spend, I spend on experiences. And my mom's famous slogan is, you could die tomorrow, so just buy it. Present day, I still own my own video production company, yet I don't have any major lump sum contracts any longer. My contract with the hospital actually ended due to COVID, so I was laid off with 300 other people at that hospital. I don't have any consistent revenue, consistent income. I kind of have jobs to jobs here and there at this moment. And I am working on my project or my product that will launch this summer, and it will be a success. So it's gonna take off. Side note, I'm a sole proprietor and I pay lots and lots and lots in California and federal taxes. Here in Hawaii, prices are comparable to California. So the food and the rent and the rental car, it's all the price tag that I'm already used to. So I don't think oh my gosh, I'm spending so much more money. I hope that answers your questions. And I hope that you understand how I grew up and how that's impacted my mindset for the dollar bills. Now next Sunday, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes here in Hawaii. Did I have to quarantine? What are the protocols and the practices in place here for COVID-19? And I'm gonna take you with me on some of the adventures and some of the new sports I have been trying and doing. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. See you next Sunday, 7 p.m. West Coast time.
Cause she didn't wanna go home, didn't wanna let go. Sold her heart to a van on the road. And it goes to show, it doesn't really matter if you're broke and the long move to the East Coast, dream to the West Coast, fell in love on her way through the South Coast. And all the time you spent up in the